Oh, wow. You thought it was a porno? Pretty much, it's car porn. Come on. Yeah, so apparently it looked like I had a transmission fluid leak because it looked like all the transmission fluid leaked out of the damn car. It was all over the damn street when the tow truck guy came to get me. So that sucks ass. Do some drugs. Whoa, hey. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? So now I'm here at Midas waiting for my ride. So I had him tow my car to Midas. Your car leaked that it was transgender. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Oh, do some drugs to pass time. I don't got that, dude. I don't do drugs, man. I'm doing this to pass time. This is my drug. It's talking to you guys. The euphoria of talking to you, to my fan base. What's left of it. It's been dismantled. Hi, Preston. You decided to show up this time? How nice of you. Got some big ass chief. What's up, man? Very dismantled. Yeah. Drugs are bad, okay? So don't do drugs, because drugs are bad. And if you do drugs, then you're bad, okay? Mr. Mackey. It's not too bad, actually. I'm surprised I haven't lost more subscribers, to be honest. Like, it's only like, it's not even less than 200 away from 6,000 again. I think it was at 5,800 or something like that, 58 something, I thought. I'm actually kind of surprised it's not worse. So that's not too bad for having not, like, been very consistent for pretty much this entire year. For more than more than almost the whole year. Actually, when you think about it, it's been 8 months this year, then like 2 or 3 months last year. They smell and look like poo. Who smells and look like poo? Who's they? How do people have time to remember who they sub to? That's a good question. But you don't have to remember, though, you dork. You don't have to remember. You just click on, like, your subscriptions, and then you see everyone you're sub to. So you don't have to remember. I mean, I get it. Like, you kind of lose track of it. So if you're not actively watching that person, then you may forget that you're even sub to them. But even then, like, you wouldn't get any. You would still get notifications and crap unless you turn them off. I mean, yeah, this sucks, man. I mean, hopefully, at least all it is just I don't know what kind of leak though. I don't know where it leaked from. That's what I'm worried about. Is if it's a transmission leak, like I've got to hope that it's something like real freaking simple. Maybe it's just a wire. Actually, it's probably just maybe it's a frayed cord or something like that. I'm hoping it's something that stupid simple because at least that's replaceable and just put your transmission fluid in there and you're good. So my transmission fluid was leaking. Okay, this is weird, but okay. So that's what's going on. Is it fixed? Did you read the descriptions, by the way? Did you see what that said? Yeah. So I got picked up. So they told me. So when I was on the phone with American Family Insurance for the towing, the guy's like, okay, he's like, I got in contact with a towing company. It's called Big Homies Towing. And I'm like, okay. A Big Homies Towing? I'm like, what? So this guy, um, see if I can do this without giving away too much information. So this guy comes, picks me up. This is not that there's anything wrong with it. It was this big black dude who came and picked me up, and we were chit chatting. And he was actually a very cool dude. He was like, he's like, oh hey, how's your day going? Besides this, how was your day before that and all that stuff. My cat is a bum. My car is not a bum, dude. This is the first time. This is the first time since owning this car. Maybe the second, but like at over 111,000 miles. This is maybe the second time my car has had to get towed where I couldn't because I couldn't drive it. The second time in 111,000 miles. That's not too bad. I mean, there's people who have a lot more issues than that. Like I said, I think it's a. It looks like it's a. It looks like it's a transmission fluid leak. So, I mean, I got fortunate. Actually, I should say my car isn't a bum because my light. For anyone who was here earlier, my light went on. My check engine light went on about a half hour before I was even close to home, and my car didn't start acting up until I was like. My car didn't start acting up until I was on Cedar Road, which is we may have gone down it. It's where we got on the highway a lot. When we went on the highway, I can't remember if we even went on the highway. Yeah, we did to go to my mom's house, for example. It's that road that had all the construction on it. That we drove. We actually drove around it, but it was that road that had all that construction on it. That was Cedar Road. So right after I got on the highway, I was coming up the ramp, going around that big circle to get up on the freeway on the Cedar Road. My car started. That's when it started acting up, where it started accelerating, and I wasn't going anywhere. And then I tried to start. So I was able to. I pulled off on the side of the road. Then I tried to accelerate a little bit. Then it seemed like it was fine. So then I drove down Cedar a little bit, but then it was like starting to jerk and stuff. Like I was literally like jerking in my car. Take that for what it is, but so I was jerking in my car, and then so I pulled off on a side street because I was like I didn't want to damage it further. So I pulled off on a side street, and that's when I decided to call the American Family roadside assistance. So because they were like, well, it start. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, it starts and stuff. I'm like, I just can't drive this thing. I don't want to damage it. So I had them tow it to Midas. I'm sitting in the Midas parking lot right now, waiting for my ride. Car jerking. That's right, man. I'm looking at Burger King from over here. Burger King looks like it's on fire. They're burning all that grease out of their chimney or something. It's nasty. Ew, it's all getting in McDonald's parking lot and shit. This is probably one of the few places where like you literally have there's literally a Burger King. You might be able to see it from here. Burger King's the one. Well, there's not smoke coming out the top now, but there's a Burger King and then there's a McDonald's. Literally, they're like right across the street from one another, side by side. So how much my car gonna take? I have no idea because I got here. Midas closes at 7 on the weekdays, so I got my key. I'm gonna drop it off in my. I'm gonna drop it off in my early bird service, their packet, and I'm in the little drop-off chute. That way they'll have my key for tomorrow, and then that way I don't need to try to drive up here in the morning and drop off my key. So I'll put it in their little chute that they have here for drop-offs, and then they'll just be able to take care of it tomorrow. So I'll find out tomorrow like what what it is and what it's going to cost me. I'm hoping that it's simple, whatever it is. Because the last thing I need right now is something that's going to cost me a lot of money. Not that I can't afford it, but I appreciate when car repairs don't cost a lot of money. So as soon as my ride gets here, I'm gonna end the stream. But I figured since I have time, I have nothing else to do except for sit here and wait. might as well do something. So I'm probably gonna end up having to get like fast food tonight for dinner or something, because I don't have any food at home at all. Like I have like literally nothing at home. I survived the past couple of days because I had I went to B-Dubs on Tuesday, and then Wednesday I was able to have leftover B-Dubs for lunch and dinner. But today I have nothing. I have like literally nothing I can make at home. So I'm going to get fast food or something. Yeah, that was we went on Tuesday, which is their actual traditional wings night, where they have buy one get one free traditional wings. So I got like 10 wings, but instead I got 20 for the price of 10. And I drank like 2 Angry Orchards when I was there. 2 Talls when I was there. I could have went for one more, but no, it's fine. Though the service was terrible though. I think like someone called off that night because the waitresses that we had, I mean, they like showed up at the table, then they didn't come back for like a half hour. Like my brother and Ashley got there later than I did. Like they came like maybe 40 minutes later than I did. 50 actually. It was probably almost a whole hour since I was there. He thought they were going to be there by 6, but instead they didn't end up getting there until 6:20 because she got home from work late, and I was there at 5:30 thinking, okay, they'll be here by 6. I'll just go there and get a beer while I wait and get something to snack on. Glad I got my potato wedges to snack on, because I would have been like dying of hunger by the time they got there. And then once we ordered our food, then it took like a half hour before we even got our food. And then they had ordered their drinks originally, and they were gone for like 20 to 30 minutes before we had to interrupt someone else. We had to interrupt another waiter to bring us their drinks. It was really bad. My brother was like so pissed off. He's like, you know him, like he was like, just like as soon as he got there, like a half hour went by, he's like, let's just go. And I'm like, dude, even if I wanted to go, I still gotta wait to get my check. It's like I ordered food and beer and stuff, so it's like that's not gonna be a speedy process anyways. So then he had to actually go talk to one of the waiters and say like, hey, we've been sitting around for a little while with no service, like what the hell's going on? But yeah, I think they just had some people that called off or something, because they had 2 people that were serving like 90% of the restaurant. And it's not like there was that many people there. I mean, there wasn't that many people there that night. The big thing they had was they had some so Preston, if you remember when we were sitting in B-Dubs, they had those closed doors in the bar area. Well, they had those doors open because there was some group of guys in there doing their fantasy draft there. So I think they may have won that thing where like you win your fantasy draft at B-Dubs or some crap like that. So, but they were taking all their orders too, which they had probably like maybe 10, 12 guys or something like that in that room. So they had those 2 girls were taking care of that whole room, and they were taking care of like anyone else just about. And that guy he had like 1 or 2 tables he was like waiting on or something. It was really weird. Yeah. I can. I'd probably need to spend some time on the weekend just like doing some mock drafts at Fantasy Pros or whatever. We need to find one more person for I need to find one more person for League 2 because I kicked out. Actually, I kicked Char out of there. I forgot he was even in there last year. But like he never really like said anything. I don't think he really took care of his team that well. So he went like 8-8 or something like that. And I think some of that too was because I gave someone else in there. Like I had them win like 0 games or something. No, I don't want the same people crossing leagues. I want someone new. That's what I was trying to ask Mike because I know he was trying to do it before again, and I was trying to ask him, and I meant to actually ask John if he was doing. I can't remember if I messaged him or not. I feel like I may have, but I don't know. I was going to message him and make sure that he wanted to do fantasy this year because like he didn't really manage his team. Yes, Baby Marcus is in League 2. But I'm trying to decide if I need to boot John from there or not. I'm going to ask him if he can actually participate and actually pay attention this time because he went like 4-10. But I think some of that was just because I gave him wins because I needed to take him away from someone else. So I think I gifted him like 2 wins, maybe 3. I can't remember. But either way, he wasn't doing a whole lot of winning by himself. He wasn't really keeping his roster up to date, so yeah, that guy, someone whose name I shall never repeat. I sure hope they can get my card done tomorrow because yeah, I need them to get my card done tomorrow. Please just be leaky transmission wires. I had that shit happen before. I had a leak of my transmission wires. They were rusted, and they replaced them, which is weird. So that's why I'm interested to know like what the hell this leak is. I'm just hoping again it's something similar, but then I'm gonna say like you guys just replace those, like your wires shouldn't be all damaged that damn quick. I know I did. Doesn't bother me though. I don't see it. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I made him mad. That was part of the objective, but I didn't really care about how happy or mad he was. It was more just about I couldn't have him having a successful team after having done what he did in the community, so he wasn't allowed to win. Ice cream is only for winners, and he's not a winner. It's on NFL Network tomorrow? Oh, that's good. But that would be game 3, right? So, I mean, it depends if any starters are going to play, but they usually don't play. Oh, wait, game 3 is usually when they play the most, right? Because game 4 is when no one's in. So game 3 is when they're supposed to play like a half or some shit like that. So, but I don't know how much they'll actually play Mayfield. And it'll be interesting to see if they even put OBJ out there. But he may not even play. He may not even play the whole preseason. Because they were saying like I remember him saying like he's got some type of like ankle or leg thing going on and it's not that serious. So they said like, because they asked him like if this was a real game you'd be in then, right? And he was like, oh yeah. So I mean they're just basically being cautious with him. Gordon. Yeah, he's too busy getting high. That's why he's working on his next suspension so that he can figure out how he's going to get reinstated again. gonna give Roger Goodell some more blowjobs or something, some more hand jobs. I don't know, man. He's like a cat, I guess. He's like a cat, I guess. Patrick Chung got arrested today for cocaine possession. Wow. All right, well, I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. I gotta go. So take care, dudes. I'll see if I might stream later. We'll see. Bye bye.